Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show. This is a series about how we train our own horses in ranch horse versatility. This episode, introducing horses to miniature cattle. We are semi-rural here, actually semi-urban. I love to do ranch horse versatility with my wonderful Flaxen Morgans, but I don't have access to large properties, to large cows, so I have created my own little mini ranchette in which to train my horses in ranch horse versatility. I have mini cows, which are actually Zebus. They're a Brahma-like cow. I will show you how I use them to do cow work with my Morgans. I have some economical mechanical devices which I've created to help me get my horses ready for the actual cow work. I do obstacles. I have some trails around my property. Who is the prey and who is the predator? Here we reintroduce heifer Susie to Semi and Demi. Rusty, my mini Zebu bull, has been very bullish lately. And he has been doing what bulls do, even though he's only about 500 pounds and only about 42 inches behind the hump. He is a little bit intimidating to everybody, including my horses. So for today, just to make sure the horses understand that not all mini Zebus are predators, which is, I believe, the way they interpreted Rusty a couple days ago, we're letting my horses from the ground get to know Susie with some steel portable panels in between. You can see Semi, who's being held right now by Katie, is curious about Susie. She doesn't seem to be stressed. She seems to be walking towards Susie. Rusty is nearby. He can see the goings-on here, but other than making some bullish sounds, he's not threatening to try to break through the fences. Can you move up and down the fence and let the camera see Susie? Susie's being reasonable, not at all aggressive. Good, and that's what I want Semi to see. That's why we have steel portable panels between Susie and Semi. We don't want either the cow or the horse to feel like either is a predator. And we're getting real nice response from Semi. She's just smelling, looking, investigating. This is what I am pleased to see her behave this way. This is what I would expect from a horse that's not quite sure about this small critter that's half her size, less than half her size, and less than half her weight. Yeah, good. And Susie's moving around. Good. Very nice. Let's go, Susie. There you go. I'm being big. I'm asking her to move. Remember, I am harness training Susie. She is halter trained. And she's moving a little faster. Semi got a little bit concerned. There you go. All right, Susie is going to move fast. And she is going to bob her head. And Susie, being a heifer, has horns, but not as thick as Rusty's horns. Good girl, Susie. She's not. Good girl. Very nice, Susie. I love the way she's behaving. And Semi, can you zoom in on Semi's head? Watch her. She's just smelling. She stepped back a couple steps. Semi is being investigative, but not fleeing, which is what I was hoping for. Now she's licking her lips, and I'm going to call that success for today's sacking out of Semi towards Susie. Okay, now we've got double track Demi Moore here to try to sack her out to Susie. Okay, now here's Susie. Rusty is back here doing a few bullish things. And yes, he is definitely still doing his hormonal thing. He's laying down. Definitely this is what he did the other day. Here's Rusty following her. Here comes Susie. Here she comes. I'm going to have her move a little bit near Demi. Good. Demi's just investigating like I was hoping she would do. Good. She just put her head down. Now I'm not being real aggressive with Susie. I'm just asking her to move. She's being real nice. Yeah. Gonna get her closer to Demi. Demi is definitely showing concern. There we go. There's Demi. She's just smelling her. Doesn't seem to have any kind of stress in her body. Her ears are back, but she's doesn't seem to be. Good. I'm gonna make nice. All right. Demi's ears are back. Here comes Susie this way. Can you turn Demi this way? Katie, come on. Come on. Good. Good. Come on. Make nice with the whip. We've got a lot of behavior here to deal with, both cow and horse. There we go. And Demi's doing what I was hoping she would do. She's checking out Susie. She's not just showing a lot of body language of stress. Susie is not being aggressive or attacking. So probably for the next sacking out lesson, a few days later, we herded Susie and Rusty to the arena uneventfully and continued to sack out Semi and Demi to Susie in the small square pen area. Okay, we're now at my arena. We've got Rusty and Susie right here at the back gate. We're trying to encourage Susie to come in and keep Rusty out. And one of my horses, Semi, my 4.5-year-old, is standing right here watching the whole thing. So Semi's approaching here from the north. Rusty is seeing her. Evan, my helper, is approaching Susie from the east. Semi is doing her very concerned horse nostril, ears, eyes, body language. Susie's about to walk in, and as soon as she does, I'm moving back so that she will walk in, and then I'm going to close the gate. And here comes her mom, Demi, to see what's going on. Both of them about a week ago were charged by Rusty, and they didn't understand that because they had worked Rusty in the past. So we're going to reevaluate our training at this time based on the fact that Rusty is being bullish, either for hormonal reasons or maybe because of his age. Coincidentally, this whole situation is becoming like a desensitization. I'm glad my Morgans are curious enough to come over. I'm glad they have space to move away. Because they are concerned. We got her in. Okay, we've got Susie now in this square pen. It's about a 32 square foot square pen. We've got carrots in our pockets. We've got the kids' lariat rope. We've got the halter. Now, can we halter her up without the rope? She has allowed it many times in the past, but under these circumstances, will she be too scared? We'll see. And you'll see, because luckily we have a camera all set up and ready to go for you to be able to see. There you go. There is Susie being haltered. Rusty is outside of the arena. He seems to be reasonable. Doesn't seem to be trying to charge, although you hear his bullish attitude. Can you just stand there for a moment? I'm going to go halter up. Semi or Demi? All right, now we've got my 4.5-year-old haltered up. We're going to take her into the arena, first on the line. Then if she's behaving well, with the arena gate closed, I'm going to take the line off and see how she feels about Susie, who we have on a halter. This is a 12-foot yacht rope lead line with a quick release at the cavesson, which is an aluminum cavesson. It's a little bit more than a rope halter in case there's problems. I like to use it for training. All right, here we are. Now, she just saw Susie and Rusty over a nearby fence. She's now seeing Susie stand in the middle of this smaller enclosure. Susie sees her. Rusty sees them both. Good girl. Can you bring Susie up? And I'll bring Sammy up. Trying to stay out of camera's way here. There. I don't see concern. I see curiosity in Semi's body language. Good. And before I let her go, since we've got them both on lead lines, and Rusty seems to be okay where he is, standing free on the other side of the vinyl fence, I'm going to see if I can go into the smaller area with Semi without getting her upset. So I'm making an opening. One that's big enough to exit. Good. We're walking in. I don't see Rusty getting perturbed. Susie's certainly not getting perturbed. And Semi is showing me, again, curiosity body language, but not stress. Okay, I'm going to let her go. She seems to want to go over to Susie. At least she was looking at her. Yes, I'm letting her go towards Susie. Rusty seems to be okay. I'm explaining this all to you a second or a few seconds at a time because this is untrodden ground, and I want you to understand as best you can see and hear what we're doing to desensitize my horses and mini Zebus to each other in light of the fact that they are in reproductive age now. They're 3 years old, and we're dealing with a little bit of a different attitude from all the livestock about each other. We want to make sure, there we go, Semi sees Rusty. And the other day, I've already mentioned, he did turn around and try to charge her. She got stressed, bucked a little bit, and then we took her out of the arena and decided that this kind of training was now in order. Although we haven't had to do this in the past when the Zebus were younger. We simply, when we had the horses and the cows together, were able to work the cows along the fence, in small areas, in large areas, and they weren't aggressive to the horses. They ran away from the horses. But the other day, the prey-predator relationship seemed to change. Rusty became the predator. And Semi and her mom, her 10-year-old mom, Demi, looked upon him as a predator. I like this. I feel like we're okay. And here's what I'm going to do. Now, next step. One step at a time. I'm going to come back out. I'm going to close these panels. I'm going to let Semi go for a few minutes and see how she behaves. I'm going to take her halter and lead line off and see what she chooses to do in light of the fact that Susie and Rusty are nearby. This is bovine-equine interaction, which is dynamic. And yet we want to be able to use Rusty and Susie to help work the horses to learn cow work, because we're on a small property and they are small cows. But we need to make sure that the relationship between them is understood. Okay, Sammy's a little bit concerned, and I'm going to stay out of harm's way. And Evan, can you walk Susie up and down the rail as long as Rusty doesn't get any more perturbed than he just did? You heard him. Very nice, you guys. Very nice. Susie is being docile. Sammy seems real curious. And for Sammy, I would say the next step on another day will be to put the saddle on, bring Susie into the smaller area, let Sammy into the smaller area with a rider, and have enough crew here so that we can open up these panels if there is problem, and see what Sammy does when in saddle. All right, here is double track Demi Moore. You can see I just brought her into the arena. I've got my 12-foot yacht rope lead line, a rope halter. I can see that she's a little bit concerned about Susie, so I'm going to let her circle for a little bit. This is the second time now that she's seen Susie from this side of the fence in my uncovered rectangular arena. So I'm really kind of surprised that she's being this resistant. But oh well, horses change each and every day. So that's why it's really important to check out their attitude each and every time you work with them and deal with attitudes that perhaps are resulting in the wrong answer. Now, I'm hoping that she will slow down herself. We're getting closer. We've got the protection of the metal panel. Susie is being docile. Rusty is actually walking away right now. Doesn't seem to be real concerned. There we go. Demi just chose by herself to stop and look. Her ears are telling me that she is concerned, but she's licking her lips. She just put her head down. I'm going to step forward a couple steps and see if she's willing to. She is. Good. Good girl, Dem. Good girl, Susie. Let me try to stay out of camera's way, and you can see this dynamic between bovine and equine. Now, Susie is not the predator. The predator relationship that occurred the other day was with Rusty. But Susie is a bovine, and there may be some concern there from my equines that it doesn't matter if they're a bull or a heifer or black or white. Yeah, okay, she's checking her out. Rusty is nearby, rubbing himself on a tree. He seems to be okay. Susie doesn't seem to be concerned. Okay, Demi's okay on Susie. Can you walk up and down the fence now? Okay, now Susie's moving by her. She got real alert. Demi got really stopped and looked. She's looking now, putting her head down, checking things out. I'm going to ask her to approach Susie. Good, Tim. Good girl. Can you walk up to Demi a couple steps and let's see what she does when Susie comes up her way? Here we go. Okay, so now she's a little bit concerned. She stepped away. I allowed it. She's giving us, there we go. There we go. All right, now Demi is checking her out. All right. I'm just going to let them stand there and visually check each other out. Susie is licking her lips. Demi's checking her out again. Good. Her ears are back, but now she's licking her lips. I say we have equine bovine body language going here, which means can be interpreted today that they're okay on each other. I'm going to take Demi's halter and lead line off. Rusty is close by watching Susie and Demi. I'm going to see what Demi chooses to do. She's reacting a little bit differently than Semi did. And I'm going to step away and see what Demi chooses to do. She's free. She chooses to join up with me. Interesting. All right. After the ordeal with Rusty the other day, she also chose to join up with me. Very nice, Demi. All right, now I'm going to go closer to Susie and see if Demi chooses to join up under those circumstances. A little bit of forward motion in my direction. Her ears are telling me that she's a little bit concerned about the situation. Her nostrils are telling me that she's trying to figure it out by perhaps smelling something. Ears are going back and forth. Now I'm going to go back and forth and see if she chooses to join up. Susie looks like she wants to go with me too. And there's Rusty doing his bullish thing, and Demi, I'm sure, is aware that he's there. And that may be why she stopped where she did. I'm going to throw this lead line around Demi's neck. I'm not going to put the halter on yet. And I'm going to suggest that she come forward with me. We'll see. And if she doesn't want to, goes away, I can easily allow the lead line to slip off her neck. I'm going to use serpentine to get forward motion, and that definitely seemed to work. All right. Her head went down. She's checking things out. She's licking her lips. Now, when I remove the lead line, I want to see if she stays here or goes back. Her body language tells me that she's looking to me for direction. She wants a request. But her body language also tells me that she is not stressed. And it's okay to have Susie here nearby and Rusty close by. And I would consider today's session to have produced success in small steps. to desensitizing Semi and Demi to my heifer, my mini Zebu heifer, Susie. No stress in Demi's body language. No stress in Susie's body language.